This is Coco from the Coco and Lefty Show, Episode 23, Part 1. The good news this week is the Olympic Games ended peaceably, and we won't have to build a USA-Canada border wall, although it would have provided much-needed jobs for our economy and blocked Sarah Palin's view of Russia. A friend who is a bobsled coach sent me this photo of the training session for the Israeli three-man team.
That's the bobsled team, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's right.
That's all they could round up was 3 men.
Mm-hmm. But enough of this levity. There are seemingly terrible happenings in the world, earthquakes, indifferent happenings in the world, earthquakes in different places, floods, shifting of tectonic plates, drastic climate changes, melting glaciers, and unusual snowstorms, wars, starvation in many African nations. It seems like much more than coincidence, but it would be arrogant of me to suggest that. Lefty and I have a number of already prepared scripts, but something of vital import has arisen, and Dr. Lefty suggests that we change our usual format and make shorter segments to make clear the nature of this hopefully successful event, and learning to use our webcam to film this experiment. But let's let Lefty explain what he has learned and what he will be up to.
Well, in the early 1980s, several green-monk parrots, the scientific name Myacida munchus, this is what the parrots look like, were brought in as pets on a Brazilian air cargo plane at JFK and escaped. These mountain birds settled in comfortably along the Connecticut shoreline from Fairfield to New London. In the 1990s, an avian killer virus destroyed the entire population of the Brazilian monk parrot in South America. The Connecticut green parrots propagated rapidly and soon became pests, competing with native species for food and building nests of great size and weight on utility poles and on the electric grids, causing telephone and power outages that were a great problem to the shoreline defense contractors Sikorsky in Stratford, Connecticut, and the nuclear submarine base and electric boat company in New London. Government contractors convinced local utility companies to euthanize the parrots, and of course there was a to-do with the local Audubon Society. And in the end, the government has always won out, destroying every last parrot, as they euphemistically described it, humanely. That is, they set up mini gas chambers at all the nesting sites. And that was the end of the species. But let me stop here for a moment and inject a bit of humor from Cousin Marvin the dentist. A guy took a parish priest on a hunting trip for a wild turkey just before Thanksgiving. Near the end of the day, the priest shot a really huge bird, and the guide, hauling the bird back to his truck, said, "This is the biggest son of a bitch I've ever seen." The priest said, "Son, I'm a priest, so please watch your language." The guide said, "No, Father, that's what this species of giant turkeys are called, big son of a bitches." "Well, what shall I do with it?" "Why, eat it, of course, for Thanksgiving. You've never tasted anything as good as a son of a bitch." Well, the priest loaded his gear and his prize bird and headed home to the rectory. Sister Mary asked about his trip, and he said, "Look at this big son of a bitch I shot." Sister Mary gasped and clutched her rosary. "Oh, Father!" "It's okay, sister. That's the kind of bird it is. A big son of a bitch." Sister Mary informed the priest that a new bishop was coming to the parish, and that she would clean the son of a bitch, prepare it for Thanksgiving dinner. With the bishop, the friar walked in and asked what she was doing, and she told him that she was cleaning the son of a bitch. He said, "Sister, I can see that you're upset. Let me help you, and you shouldn't use such language." No, that's what it's really called." "Really?" Said the friar. "Well, I'll prepare a great dinner, and that big son of a bitch will be the main course." The bishop came for Thanksgiving dinner, and everything was perfect. A fine wine, and the bird excellent. He said, "This is a marvelous turkey. Where did you get it?" "I shot that son of a bitch," said the parish priest. "And I cleaned that son of a bitch," said Sister Mary. And the friar said, "I prepared that son of a bitch using a special recipe." The new bishop looked at them all with a smile, and he said, "You frigging guys are my kind of people." And so, until the further evolution
of this story,
bye-bye for a while. So long.